man decided to explore the world around him. He lived in the capital city of Portugal and was ready to start a new adventure. He was Vasco da Gama. Not just continental Europe, he wanted to explore other continents as well. He sailed from Europe to Middle East and then finally landed in Calicut in 1498. It took him 2 long years to reach India from Europe. After exploring a land of spices, he returned and shared about the trading potential with the King of Portugal, Manuel I. Then the Portuguese king decided to set up a trading base in India. He sent Afonso de Albuquerque, who captured Goa from the Sultan of Bijapur in 1510. In order to keep the Goans under their power, the Portuguese suppressed them and deprived them of their civil rights. They even forced the natives to convert their religion to Christianity. Years later, when India gained independence from the Britishers in 1947, some parts of India were still under the control of the Portuguese. They were Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu. So, the Indian government led by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru diplomatically tried to convince the Portuguese to withdraw. However, they did not come to a common ground. Additionally, the natives also ran movements for freedom which were joined by the socialist activists from Maharashtra. Then, India finally carried out a military Operation Vijay on 19th December 1961. The Indian Army, Navy and Air Force worked together to make the Portuguese forces surrender within 36 hours. The Governor General of Goa, Manuel Antonio Vasilo e Silva, signed the instrument of surrender, handing over Goan territory to India. The remaining colonized parts of the India were finally free from 451 years of Portuguese rule. Hence, we celebrate Goa Liberation Day on 19th December every year. Wait, the story isn't over yet. Goa, Daman and Diu and Dadra Nagar Haveli were declared as union territories. Later on, another problem came up. The political party, Maharashtravadi Gomantak Party, wanted to join Maharashtra with Goa, but many Goans wished to keep their own identity and culture intact, especially their Konkani language. These people were led by the United Goan Party. Then amidst this debate in 1967, the central government held a special vote in Goa to see if people wanted to join Maharashtra or stay separate. Most people chose to stay separate, so Goa remained a union territory. However, in 1987, Goa finally became a state of India. So, this was the story of India's smallest state. Now here's a question for you. What is the capital of Goa? Panji, Chennai, Bengaluru or Thiruvananthapuram? Send the answer to this question in the comment section and do not forget to like, share and subscribe for more interesting stories.